What's up? What's up, Buttercups? Welcome back to Mindset 365. This is day three. Day three, guys. Remember, this is Mindset 365, month four, cultivating gratitude, what, and abundance. And this is day three. All right. If you have missed days one and two, don't fret, my pet. That's what Urkel said. Go check out my YouTube. I am Coach Misty. All you have to do is click under the Mindset 365 free class playlist, and you will see that the latest videos will be days one and two from Mindset 365 month four. Over the next 30 days, I want to take you guys on a journey on how to develop a gratitude mindset. I want to show you how a gratitude mindset equals abundance. And I don't mean, remember what we said in day one, we are going to disconnect the term abundance from the meaning of money, because a lot of you all cannot wrap your mind around abundance, because if you attach abundance to financial wealth and you don't have what you want to have right now, you are not deemed to be living wealthy, then you won't be able to develop an attitude of gratitude. We are talking about abundance in all areas of your life: abundance of peace, abundance of health, abundance of rest, right? Some of y'all need an abundance of work, but just abundance in all areas, an abundance of love. So we are disconnecting the terms, the money term, from abundance, and just looking at abundance in all areas of life. So without further ado, I was just telling them, my good family on TikTok that I am in the middle. I just started a new episode of I Am Killer. And baby, the first episode, I feel like I'm watching the first 48. The first episode is actually a guy from Cleveland. And when he came on, I said, he looked familiar. And then they was like, he was from Cleveland, Ohio. So, baby, when I tell you I have to pause and I'm into it, I'm into it. But not nevertheless, honey, we going to get this work in today. So listen, this is probably the most proficient, the most efficient class you will ever have from me. Because I'm about to get, never in the history of nevers have I gotten right to it at the 2 minute mark on YouTube. Never. Normally I have a whole full rant. We talk about what I got on. We talk about the price of tea in China. Never in the history of never have I gotten right to it. But guess what? Y'all can thank season 5, episode 1, Netflix, I Am Killer. Because, baby, guess what? I'm about to what? Kill this lesson. All right, y'all. Welcome to day 3. All right, today we are going to talk about sharing. We're going to talk about sharing and something that can be very impactful in your life. I'm going to teach you something, and I want you to share it with somebody else. This is the power of heart-centered gratitude meditation. I know that's the power of heart-centered gratitude meditation. How many people meditate now? How many people meditate now? Zaleem, I'm not about to play with you. How many people meditate now? I did just order a heat press. How many people meditate right now? If you meditate, just say me or yes in the comments. How many people meditate right now? Thank you all for clicking it, showing me some love too. I appreciate y'all. You say you try to? All right, well, you do. I mean, I didn't say meditate often. You do. All right. All right. Now y'all might hear we have a little. You might hear some other talking in the back, a little noise. And that is our honorary CME baby assistant that is in the back. I am so like I always tell people I do for others what I would have wanted done for me. Real quick, one of the things that I always wanted, and one of the things that I always wanted when my children were growing up is I wish I had an opportunity to be there for their milestones. I'm grateful for my mother and my grandmother who helped to really mainly raise them during the day because I was at work or at school. I'm grateful for them. But one of the things that I've always missed out on was being there. I didn't get to see my children's first step. Not when it first happened. I just came home from work and such was walking, right? There's a baby walking now. Oh my God, they started walking today. But I missed those type of things because I was always at work or at school and I had to provide. So I am just blessed and honored that I am able to provide another mother with an opportunity not only to spend quality time with her baby, but to do it while earning money. So moving forward, you guys might hear the baby in the background, especially if I go live during the day, you might hear I don't give out people's personal information. We're gonna call him Man Man. He look like he should be a man man. You might hear Man Man in the background talking. He's 4 months old. So I just wanted to let y'all know. I'm like, who baby is that? Hot or whatever. I'm just blessed that I can give that opportunity to somebody else on things that I missed out on. I don't want her to miss out on it. Plus, hey, I there's no reason why, unless the baby's sick, there's no reason why you can't come to work because you can bring your baby. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was online looking at Pack and Plays, and I said, Lord, I'm setting up a office upstairs for her, and I said, Lord, I'm gonna mess around. It's gonna see if I buy one thing. If I get him a Pack and Play, because he's 4 months old and he's starting to move around, and babies just don't want to sit all the time. They want to get up and skedaddle. And I have a lot of room upstairs in my house. And I said, Lord, if I get my man a Pack and Play, the next thing I know, he gonna have all kind of toys. I'm gonna have a whole nursery over here. And Lord, I don't want to have a nursery over here because I don't want my body. Thank you, Jesus. Say it, baby. I don't want my body, my spirit, to think that it is okay. For it to bring a baby, okay, into into this world. So I'm trying to hold off because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was ordering products that we need for to make oils, and then I got to look at that Pack and Plays, and I was like this. I was holding on. Look, I was holding on my finger on Amazon, looking at the Pack and Plays, and I said, baby, it was a cold one on there. It was a deluxe Pack and Play. I said, oh my God, he gonna have everything. And I was holding my hand on it, and I said, Lord. Then I said, well, they only gonna be here like 2 days a week starting in November because she'll be able to work from home the other 3 days. And I was like, who gonna use this Pack and Play? And then that's when I said, no, not today. Not today. And I turned my phone down. I just turned the phone down and went back to eating my soup because my mind that fast. My mind had went that quick. You said shopping for the baby, yet that my mind had went that quick. Boom. So I stopped. All right. So anyway, like I said, if y'all hear the baby right now, look, I think his mama about to make him a bottle. So if you hear him, he in here angry. And he is not playing around. But guess what? Y'all done all heard a crying baby. Listen, y'all done all heard a crying baby. So y'all will be okay. He ain't nothing wrong with him. He hungry. Ain't that what the grandmother say? Ain't nothing wrong with him. He hungry. And I promise you, as soon as he get this bottle, okay, we do this 3 days a week. As soon as he get that bottle, he gonna be just fine. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Okay, he my little boyfriend. He be cheating. I know his grandmother. I'm friends with his grandmother, and I told her, I said, he be cheating on you over here, sis, because he be smiling in my face. Okay, all the while I want to take somebody want to take your place. All right, so get into it. Get into it. And I like my man chocolate. Get into it. Okay. Then the next day, her daughter came to work. She even had a baby. All right, y'all, let's get back into it. All right. So today I want to talk to you about something that can be profoundly transform not only how you feel in the moment, but how you approach life every day. And that's gratitude meditation. Right. More specifically, I want to introduce to you a practice I call heart-centered gratitude meditation. Okay. Heart-centered gratitude meditation, which can help you deepen your connection to yourself and the world around you. Now, gratitude meditation is a little different from simply writing down things that you are grateful for. We've been doing it for the past 2 days. It's about tapping into the feeling of gratitude deep within your heart and letting that feeling expand. It's about creating a connection, right? Not just with your mind, but with your entire being. Now, by the end of this talk, I want you to feel inspired to create your own heart-centered meditation practice. And I'll guide you through a few simple steps so you can do just that. What'd you say? Kiki in your face. Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, the baby like me. He be talking to me and stuff. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We gonna talk about setting your space and then connecting your heart. I don't gonna lie. I try not to hold him because I know I told his mother. I said I don't want you to think like I am working. I said I don't want you to think like what's up like yeah. I said I don't want you to think that I'm mean or nothing like that. I said because if I pick him up and he start talking and giggling with me, I said I'm gonna take your baby. I'm gonna take your baby and I'm gonna get me one of them baby holders, some baby holsters, and I'm just gonna be online with a baby on my chest, and that's it. And you're gonna come in the door, and I'm just gonna take your son, and you can go work, and we will do what we have to do. So I'm trying to keep the peace. That's why y'all ain't seen with the baby yet, baby. If y'all ever log on and it's just a whole baby sitting right here, like what's that movie? The Hangover, a whole baby sitting right here because he too big to face me. His fat chunks, he too big, so he gonna have to face y'all. If it's just a whole baby on my chest, just don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Uh, just we gonna do the lesson, and that's just that. Mind your business. All right. All right. So first of all, let's talk about setting your space. The first step in any powerful meditation practice is by setting up your space. Now, I'm sure some of you all think that this doesn't that important. Stop, Lex, because I will be on stop. I'm sure some of y'all don't think it's that important about setting your space, but I want to say that your environment has a huge impact on your mental state. Do you understand that your environment has a huge impact on your mental state? I always tell people, yes, I can clean my own house, but it's something about when Dina cleans the house, it smells like Fabuloso and Jesus. It's something about after Dina comes and cleans his house that I feel something. I feel alive. Like I feel settled. I feel good. Dina makes my house feel like home. And that's why I will always keep her around. Always. Always. All right. Now, when you practice, listen, where you meditate matters because it creates a container for the experience that you are about to have. I'm going to say that where you meditate matters, right? It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be a cozy corner somewhere in your house, a cozy corner or a quiet space in your bedroom or a peaceful spot outside. What matters is the space feels inviting, safe, and aligned with your intentions. Does everybody have a space that they go to? I told you my place is my car. I love sitting in my car. I will be at home for an hour. I would have been at home for an hour and still be in the car doing something. I love sitting in my car. That is my place of comfort. I love sitting in my car. I'm trying to think of another place. I like offices. I like my office at home, and I like my office at my office. My actual room, my office, right? But I love sitting in my car. That's my favorite place. Sometimes when I need to get some work done, I will go take a ride, like go get me some Starbucks, come home and sit in my car and get everything done that I need to get done right then and there. It's the craziest thing, right? So I want you to right now identify where is your safe space for you to meditate, right? Now here's what I suggest. I want you to choose a space where you won't be disturbed. You might want to dim the lights, light a candle, or place some crystals around you, but make sure it's a place that you will not be disturbed. Maybe you want to have some soothing music playing in the background, or perhaps you enjoy the quiet. Whatever works for you, be intentional about creating that space and the one that invites peace and focus. Now, I want y'all to set the mood for yourself like you set the mood for a good date. Huh? Let that be the title for the day. Set the mood for yourself. Huh? You want to talk about love? Listen, I won't say truck love. That's a whole different class. Self love. Set the mood for yourself. You hear me? You got to set the mood for yourself. So when we talking about this meditation, I want you to not set your space, set the mood, listen, for yourself. All right? All right. Now, let's talk about connecting with your heart, right? Getting you to connect with your heart. All right. So now that your space is ready, let's dive into the heart of this practice. And then we're going to do that literally. One of the most powerful aspects of gratitude meditation is connecting with your heart. So let's all do that together right now. Yeah, this is we gonna learn. We're gonna learn and we're gonna do in this class. This is a I do, you do, we do class. So I want you to close your eyes. Let's do that. Close your eyes. So if y'all closing your eyes, there shouldn't be no typing going on. If you can, close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, breathe in, breathe out. And while you're taking your deep breaths, continue breathing in, breathing out. I want you to focus on your heart space. I want you to focus on the center of your chest. As you breathe, notice the subtle sensations there. Maybe it's a feeling of warmth, or perhaps you feel an opening or a softening, right? How does it feel when you place attention on your heart? I want you to do that right now. I want you to breathe in and just think about your heart. Breathe out. Now, for me, as I'm breathing in and breathing out, inhaling and exhaling, and in my mind, I'm paying attention to my heart. That's the only thing I see. I was able to feel the flutter. I'm feeling warmth right where my heart is. I'm feeling warmth in my chest right there. It's almost like my heart is radiating warmth all over my body, and I feel good. I don't know about y'all, but this is how I'm feeling when I'm breathing in. I'm practicing my breathing exercises, and I'm placing attention on my heart, right? For many of us, we are not used to paying attention to this part of ourselves in this way, but it's incredible what happens when you do. You begin to feel more centered, more connected, and more in tune with yourself. This is the essence of heart centered meditation, bringing your awareness out of your busy mind and focusing on the core of your being, which is your heart. It's here that gratitude naturally flows. All right, guys, still keep on breathing in and out and paying attention to your heart. Let's talk about gratitude visualization. Now that you're connected to your heart space, let's move into gratitude visualization, right? I want you to close your eyes again if you can and imagine a soft, warm light glowing in your heart. This light is your gratitude. See it start small, then watch it grow and expand with each breath. As this light grows, I want you to reflect on three things you're grateful for in your life right now. So breathe in, breathe out. What's the first thing? Breathe in, breathe out. What's the second thing? Breathe in, breathe out. What's the third thing? And remember, they don't need to be grand or monumental. It's just whatever comes to your mind. These are the three things that you're grateful for in this moment. Maybe it's the support of a friend, the beauty of nature, or even just the fact that you're taking this moment to nurture yourself, right? So take a moment and ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? Right? Now, I want you to notice how your body feels as you focus on these things. Maybe there's a sense of warmth in your chest, or perhaps you feel lighter or more at ease. Your body responds to gratitude because it's a positive, expansive emotion. It creates openness and it allows you to be present in a state of abundance. Gratitude doesn't just live in your mind, it lives in your body too. When you practice gratitude meditation, you're training yourself to not only think grateful thoughts, but to feel gratitude in a deep way. I'm going to say this. You are not, listen, during the next 30 days, I'm not just only going to train you to have a gratitude mindset, right? And we said this before. The gratitude mindset doesn't kick in until shit gets heavy. That's when you know how if you're dealing in the gratitude mindset. If everything is going amazing and you're like, oh my God, I'm just so thankful that it's sunny outside, and oh my God, the birds are chirping, everything is going, my car's running well, and this is an amazing day. Yes, that is gratitude. But gratitude mindset doesn't really kick in until shit gets tough. And when shit gets tough, and you can still say I'm thankful, you can still say thank you when shit get tough. That's when you know that you are really working in, that you are absolutely working in a gratitude mindset. All right. So now, after your gratitude meditation, I encourage you to end the practice with a simple affirmation, something like, my heart is open to the abundance of gratitude and love in my life. Let's say it together. My heart is open to the abundance of gratitude and love in my life. One more time. My heart is open to the abundance of gratitude and love in my life. Now, writing down an affirmation solidifies the experience and serves as a reminder that you are opening yourself to gratitude, not just during the meditation, but throughout the day. Here's why affirmations are so powerful. They anchor your experience and serve as a guiding statement that you can return to whenever you need it. Thank you so much for that. Throughout your day, as challenges come up or as you get caught up in the business of life, right? You can come back to this affirmation. All right. My heart is open to abundance and love. Right? My heart is open to abundance and love. And just like that, you are back in the space of gratitude and your heart wide open. Y'all, it's fine. I should have did it, but I will do it. Hey, can one of my mods send me a reminder to create a gratitude journal? Can one of my mods send me a reminder to create a gratitude journal, please and thank you. I'm gonna do a gratitude journal for 2025. If one of y'all can do that, I appreciate you. All right, a gratitude journal, 365 gratitude journal. Okay, so not about time. The way. Thank you. That the way to Onyx. Grandmas went back to your pre. All right, y'all. So heart center. I told y'all I'm not gonna hold y'all. Thank you. Heart centered gratitude meditation isn't just a feel good practice, it is a powerful tool that allows you to connect more deeply with yourself, right? You're going to shift your focus from your mind to your heart and experience the world throughout the lens through the lens of abundance. I'm going to say that again. This is not just a feel good practice. This is not something just I feel good. I'm meditating. This is going to allow you to connect more deeply to yourself. I always ask people, how can you say you know yourself when you don't feel yourself? Hmm? You cannot listen. You cannot know your purpose if you don't know who you are. You can quote me on that. You can put it on whatever social media. There's no way to know your purpose if you don't know who you are. There's no way. There's no way. I know I teach the class Finding Purpose, and people take that class. That's probably one of my best selling classes is Finding Purpose. But there's no way to know your purpose if you don't know yourself. There's no way. There's no way. No, because in order to know your purpose, you have to know what you enjoy, what you're passionate about. And in order to know your passions, you need to know who you are. You need to know what you like, what you don't like, right? You need to know what turn you on. And I'm not talking about in a sexual manner. I'm talking about in a spiritual manner. Uh-oh. Lord, I want to teach it and I preach it. What turn you on? Spiritually. Y'all not ready for that. Somebody send me that one. Huh? Huh? Spiritual turn ons. Come on, somebody. Hey, Tracy. Yeah. Yeah. You got to get turned on spiritually. Come on, what Malika say? You got to set the mood for yourself. I feel like that's a class or a course or something I need to, a video series or something. Huh? We going to call it Turn Off the Lights. So, can somebody send it to me? Because that just came to me. I'm just going to end up just doing a whole bunch of videos and just coming online once a month. Yeah. Yeah, spiritual turn ons. You can't possibly know your purpose until you know what turn you on spiritually. Huh? Who you are as a person. What it means to be your authentic self. You hear me? What it means to be your authentic self. Huh? Not what the world wants you to be, not what the church wants you to be, not what your mother and father wants you to be, but who you are authentically you. Huh? Authentically you, who you are. Can I give y'all just a little story? We are almost at the end with this. Can I tell y'all a little something about experience I had yesterday? And again, this is just my experience, a conversation I was privy to. I by no means and whatever you like is what you like. So let me say this. Yesterday I was sitting in the salon and I was privy to a conversation between my stylist and one of her clients who happens to be another stylist. I mean, but I don't think that's neither here nor there, just one of her other clients. And I've noticed that when I go to my stylist, everyone comes in with a full face of makeup. And that's fine. Mostly everybody comes in with a full face of makeup. Um, and I would say yesterday I was tired. I'm gonna tell you, yesterday I was tired. I don't know if y'all noticed. I got three lashes on my right eye, two on the left. I am in the process of rebranding my business. regrouping with my staff. I'm in the process of making a lot of changes. And so some things have fallen by the wayside. That's because I wanted them to. That's not a priority for me right now. Like I do need my nails done, I need my toes done, and all that good stuff. But right now, I have bigger fish to fry, and I will get those done. By the end of the week. That's not a priority for me. Sitting in the nail shop is not going to make me any money. Sitting in a nail shop is not going to change anybody's life. Not for me right now. Not even mine. So I'm putting it on the back burner. And so I was privy to a conversation between my stylist and one of her other clients, and they were just their views on women wearing makeup was that like all women should wear makeup. And again, I'm not knocking. I'm just telling you what I was listening to. I don't have an opinion here or there. That all women should wear makeup. Nobody should come out without any makeup, and women that who say they don't like wearing makeup are lying to themselves, or they just too lazy to do it. So of course I'm sitting there with no makeup on. Now, thank you. Now I wanted now normally I would have said something in that situation. Normally I would have spoke up, right? Because of course I'm looking around and I'm the only person without makeup. Normally I would have took it personal, right? Let me tell you why I didn't say anything. It's not because, oh, I was the only one in there without any makeup. And it's not because I don't know how to speak up for myself, because I does the damn fool a lot by myself all the time. You know why I didn't say anything? Because normally I'm telling you, a year ago, I probably would have said something. Uh, I don't think, yeah, about a year ago, I would have said nothing, said something. You know why I didn't say anything, or not even in feeling like they were attacking me, but just interjecting my opinion as a woman. No, she know I don't wear no makeup. No, I'm talking about their makeup was like they hair like color like blush and pink lips and stuff like that. So they know that I don't even have on good lashes. My lashes is. It wasn't even about my piece. You know why I didn't say anything? Because because me being knowing who I am able to respect who they are. Peace ain't peaceful. Listen, me being walking in my authentic self, my true authentic self, baby, if I stand up, I got on all kind of different colors and I love it. Was able to respect who they are and realize that is who they are in their authentic self. I was able to it wasn't even about a reflection of my truth. I was just able to respect it. I was able to respect it enough not to respond, right? Not to respond. I go to this beauty shop every week, right? There's different conversations being had. I didn't feel defensive because that's their truth. And who am I to tell them that their truth is wrong? Who am I? Who am I to tell them that their truth is wrong? Who am I to debate with them on how they feel? Right? Because I'm authentically me. And then there were some other conversations, about people wearing braids with dresses or dreads with dresses and things of that nature, right? Again, those conversations really don't pertain to me because I ain't even got enough hair to get braided, okay? Um, it doesn't. And Crystal, it wasn't even about peace. It wasn't even about they were not affecting my peace because this was just a simple conversation. It wasn't affecting my peace. Now, the only way it could have affected my peace is if they were directing their conversation directly at me. The only way it would have affected my peace if she would have been like, why you don't wear makeup? You 40 some years old and you don't wear makeup. Now you're trying to affect my peace. Then it would have been, something personal for me to respond to. But that's who they are authentically. That's who they are. You hear me? It wasn't even about me having peace. It was me being my authentic self. So listen to what I'm saying, Crystal. It's not about that I have so much peace that I was able to respect their opinions. It wasn't the peace that led me to respect them. It was recognizing that that's who they are authentically, right? That's who they are authentically. My stylist was saying, like she don't even go out with her homegirls unless they got on makeup. They can't even go, like, don't invite her out to nothing. Y'all, you can't sit with me unless they ain't wearing unless they got on makeup. And when I told somebody else about this conversation, they were like, what? Like, who does that? Like, that's that mean girl shit or whatever the case may be. And I was just like, no, that's just her personal opinion. That's just how she feel, right? That's just what she do. Like, who am I to sit up here and say, like, yo, okay, now, was it an eye opener for me? Yes. Did I ever consider, like, oh, I wonder if we can hang out one day? I do enjoy talking to her up at the shop, but I understand it did put things in perspective for me because guess what? I am a client. Now I see that if even if I thought like, oh, maybe one day or I'm gonna invite her to something, I'm not. Not because of what she said, because I thought it was mean, because I'm not your type of people. And that's okay. You hear me? I'm not your type of people, and that's okay. That didn't mean I was gonna get up and get mad and storm out the shop. That don't mean I'm gonna go find me another stylist or anything like that. I enjoyed my time here. I enjoyed the conversations. My hair is now that, hey, if I do have something at my house, no matter how much in here, I'm not going to waste my time inviting you because I'm not your type of people, and that's okay. I'm not going to create a rift in whatever, pleasantries we have going on here by saying, hey, I'm having a pool party at my house or I'm having a such and such, you want to come? Because I'm not your type of people. And to be honest, I don't have too many people who look, who wear full faces of makeup or wear designer from head to toe. I really don't hang with too many people like that. So I'm not going to put neither one of us in a situation that would make the other one feel awkward, right? But guess what? I enjoy when I'm in this chair, when I'm in this shop, regardless of who in there, I appreciate the fact that this is a place where people can have open conversations. The other week we was talking about love and hip hop. We was talking about Jim Jones and Chrissy. The week before that, we was talking about my own love and hip hop, my doggone life. I'm loving hip hop, right? I just appreciate the conversations and the openness, right? And I was like, you know what? I am so glad that I am walking in my authentic self, right? Because had I not been who I had to, if I did not believe in who I am, and I'm not talking about as Coach Misty the seer or Coach Misty the spiritual advisor or Coach Misty as the pastor. I'm just talking about if I did not believe in Misty, I had to come a long way to believe in who I am today, right? I had to come a long way. The way that I dress today is the way that I have wanted. I mean, I've had my moments. Is the way that I have wanted to dress my whole life. It's the way I've dressed my whole life. I've really been authentically myself, but I had to change for situations. I either tried to change for people or I had to change because I got a new job and I can't dress like that. The simple fact that I wear Chuck Taylors and I got on some paint splattered pants with a Medusa t-shirt and a blue jean jacket with my collar flipped up, right? With nothing but lip gloss. So one of the things that one of the ladies had said in there, which is so funny to me, she was like, I got a homegirl who's swearing down. She wear makeup because all she want to do is slap on some lip gloss. And I started laughing, but I didn't want to get too loud because I didn't want them to put me into their conversation. I didn't want them to interject me into their conversation because then it was going to open up some real dialogue and I was going to start reading people. And I don't mean reading people in a nasty way. I mean, really getting down to it. Let's talk about this, right? Like I was gonna start peeling back the layers, and it was gonna turn into a Coach Misty fix my life type of situation. So I kind of chuckled to myself because I'm thinking to myself like, yeah, I put on my favor mist. Listen, I put on my favor mist and my blessed oil and some lip gloss, and goddamn me, I'm ready for the world. I got on makeup. You hear me? Um, yeah. So I just kind of chuckled to myself and I laughed because that resonated with me because I'm like, shit, yeah, if I put on lip gloss, if I put on some lip gloss with a tint, baby, I'm showing up and showing out. They said, what you say? That's a full beat. And that's okay. Like, so I told you all that story. I told you all that story to say this. I wanted to say this to say that, right? When you become comfortable and not complacent, because being comfortable and complacent are two different things. When you become comfortable in knowing who you are, and knowing what you are, and knowing how you are, other people's thoughts and opinions about the world around you will not affect you. It won't. You can sit in the midst of a conversation It might seem like it is aimed directly at you because you are the only person that fits that scenario. And also, now here's a little piece. Listen, here's a little, my piece ain't peaceful. Again, they were having a conversation with each other and nobody brought me into it. It ain't even about having tough skin, Miss Shirley. This ain't even about tough skin. This is about just not having a dog in the fight and knowing that it's okay, right? It's not about, oh, I got tough skin. No, just not about having a dog in the fight. What I'm saying is this. Another thing is, so let me say this to say that until somebody has said to me or asked me or look, now I ain't gonna lie. I swear on my mama, on my hood, I was waiting on one of them. A little bit of part of me, huh? Yes, I'm Coach Misty, but I'm still Misty from 116th. And a little part of me, just a little bit, not a lot. It was about this much. Was waiting this much, huh? I said they got one time because I was tired too. One time to say it and kind of look at me, make a little comment and do this. And I was going to go ahead and interject myself into the conversation. I ain't going to lie. I was, how much? This much. This much. But even if that had happened, even had that happened, I was still willing to have a conservative and intelligent conversation. Come on, Hummingbird. I was still ready to have a conservative and intelligent and insightful conversation, and we never have to agree to disagree. I could have just gave my opinion. I would have told them I was already. Don't give me the line now. I was already ready. I was about to pull a picture up of my mama and tell her, baby, I grew up with the original cover girl my whole life. I grew up with the original cover girl my whole life. You understand me? So if they would have said, well, like, why don't you wear makeup or have you ever worn makeup? I would have, you know what I'm saying? Told them, let me go ahead and give you the story, huh? The year was 1985. Baby, I would have had a whole story time in that shop. The year was 1985. Huh? Me, my mother in the bathroom on the first floor. Huh? On the first floor. I'm watching my mother do everything. There's a reason. There's a reason. There's people who think it's funny because it seemed like the when I wanted to have money, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna finish this. When I dreamed about having money, I spent a lot of money on looking like I had money. When I wanted to have a lot of money, I spent a lot of money. When I dreamed about having riches, I spent a lot of money to look like I had it. Right? When I was hood rich, let's talk about it. When I was broke, I spent a lot of money. I would sometimes would, think of broke, I would spend money to try to look like I had it. When I was hood rich, I did hood shit. Right? Now that I'm focused on building wealth, it's my individual style that makes me rich. It's my individuality. I find joy in what I have on, right? And not who I have on. I'm gonna say that again. I find joy in what I have on and not who I have on. Also, also, when you find people who have done well for themselves, but they didn't have certain things growing up, they overcompensate in certain areas. They overcompensate in certain areas because they did not have these things. And if you listen to some of your, thank you, mom, if you listen to some of your favorite celebrities, if they are transparent enough to talk about their upbringings, you will find out that some people, like whatever it is, I talk to y'all about the time, whatever it is that you were lacking before you found out who you were and found out how to use that and monetize that and get what you have, whatever it is that you were lacking, sometimes you overdo it. I've talked about this before and I ain't gonna hold y'all because I got a call in 10 minutes. I talked about this before. People say, why do you have so many cars? And I say, because it was only 10 years ago, or it was only back in 2017 that I had my last car repossessed. From the time I didn't started driving. I didn't get a driver's license until I was 25 years old. right? And I can count maybe 3 cars in my life that I had that wasn't repossessed. And the only reason they were not repossessed was because I had bought them cash. It seemed like every car I had, I either had to give it back or it was repossessed because I was in a time where I was in this, I was in scarcity. I had to make a lot of pimp decisions, when raising my family, right, is either the car or a place to stay. And so I would have to get a car back or it would get repossessed. Now, I can probably tell you, I probably had in my lifetime, I've had three. I want to say this, I tell you, God is real and he shows favor. In my lifetime, I've had probably at least 3 cars repossessed, if not four. I know it's a good three, right? So when I started making the money that I wanted to make, right? When I started living in the excess of money and I had, went on and made the corrections to my credit, what did I start buying? Cars. And I didn't start buying cash cars. I'm not sitting around with a whole bunch of clunkers. I started buying the cars that I've always wanted. Sometimes I would just buy a car to prove myself. Oh, I started buying cars like some of y'all buy tennis shoes, right? Right. So my first car that I paid off was my 2015 Volkswagen Jetta is the first car I paid off. And I had just got that car it was a 2015 or 2017, but I had just bought that car in 2021. I had bought that car in 2021, right? So the first car I paid off was a car that I bought in 2021, right? And then I started buying another one. So I went from the Volkswagen Jetta, and then I bought a Mercedes. Y'all know I got my white Mercedes. That used to be my dream car, my white Mercedes. I bought that. Then I got the Porsche. I still got, so these cars I'm naming are not cars. I'm not trading cars in. I still got all these cars. The Porsche. And then I decided I wanted a van to transport stuff in, and I bought a van. I got online. I wanted a van. I saw a van. I bought it. I had it 3 days later. Right? Wait, is that it? And then you got the Jeep, right? I went to go look at a car for Zion because I was sick of him driving my Porsche. I mean, not my Porsche, my Mercedes. And I went to go look at a car for him. I was going to buy him his own little Mercedes or a little Lexus. And I saw a Jeep. And I was like, oh, I like the color orange. Crazy, huh? Crazy. I like the color orange. That's a cute color orange. And I said, well, how much is that Jeep? And then people told me that Jeep was over $60,000. I said, oh, well, let's go talk about it. And they said, you want to trade in your Porsche? I said, no, I'm not trading in anything. I'm going to take that Jeep too. And my friends thought I was crazy. They said, why are you getting all these cars? I said, in a way, I'm recouping what I've lost. I said, in a way, because I'm still I said, I'm still in my healing process. If y'all notice, I haven't bought no new cars lately, right? Because when I was purchasing these cars, I was still in my healing process, right? And I'm still trying to recoup the things that I had lost. And subconsciously, the cars was something that was a sore spot for me. Even though, hey, if the car get repossessed, I got to get up and keep it pushing. And I knew all the bus routes in Cleveland. Hey, it is what it is. And we got to catch the bus, and I'll get another car, income tax to come around, or I'll save my money, or whatever the case may be. Right. But when I was buying those cars, that I was in that stage, I was reclaiming the things that I did not have. I was subconsciously trying to grab all the things I did not have, trying to heal that person, trying to listen. It's better to wake up in the morning and see 5 cars than it is to see no car because they came and repossessed your car in the middle of the night. I said, I'm going to make sure that I never have to walk again. I'm going to make sure that I never ride the bus. I'm going to make sure that my son or whoever's associated with me, I always have a car here to drive. And when that healing process, when I realized what I was doing and sat down and came to peace with it and said, Misty, you cannot go back. All of those repossessions made you only made you work harder. All those repossessions just made you dream harder. You cannot go back unless you are going to go back and get the cars that they actually repossessed. If you're going to go back and find that 1998 Tahoe, okay, or Suburban, you cannot replace what they take from you. What you have to understand is the lesson to what repossessions taught, pushed me, and how, yes, I had proved to myself and anybody else that I can have whatever I want. I stopped buying cars. I stopped. It didn't mean anything to me. I'm grateful for what I have. I stopped buying cars when I understood where it came from. You hear me? Where I stood, where it came from. Also, like my mother was saying, listen, also, like my mother was saying, sometimes the reason I told y'all this story is because what I come to find out is that sometimes people will purchase things and they'll buy a lot of things to make up for what they didn't have before. Right. So when I meet people and they look at me and they be like, oh, that's what you got on. Not that it's nothing wrong with it. Like, oh, you shop at Temu or you buy stuff off the Shein. Oh, if I had that kind of money, I'd be this, that, and the other. I grew up with Louis Vuitton, real ones. I grew up with real herringbones. I got a sixth grade picture with a herringbone around my neck. I grew up shopping at J. Crew. I was wearing $115 flannel shirts to ninth grade. I remember that. I grew up with wealth and that nature when it came to fashion. I grew up with that. So I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Nothing. Nothing at all. I don't have to prove anything. Right? So when you grow up with those things, so that's what time. So sometimes when I see people and I my mother told me you dress better than your teachers. I did. Sometimes here go Marcy. Yes, you did. So when I look at some people and I try to not be like, oh, like she, they wear this or they wear that, and I just kind of make observations. I then wonder, what happened, like what's really going on. I then want to know more about their story. I'm more intrigued to know about how was your upbringing, right? Is this something you've always been accustomed to, or is this the things that you've always wanted and this pushed you to work hard to get them? Right. So before I make judgment on somebody and be like, oh, they just materialistic and that's all they think about. Because if I wasn't truly okay with me, that's maybe a conversation or thoughts that I would have had before. If I wasn't truly okay with me, then yesterday that's probably would have went through my head, like, oh, they just this, that, and the other. But I didn't. I thought about my car, right? My infatuation with cars for the last 2 years. And then I got to looking at, the ladies who were having a conversation, and it just had me wondering, like, wow. I said, I hope one day this conversation, maybe we can have a conversation or somehow it'll come up. And I manifest hard. So it'll probably happen. Hopefully it happens within the next 30 days, because now I'm intrigued and I want to know the backstory, because your backstory will reveal the true story, which will let me know what your future story holds. All right. Anyway, that was a lot. I know I went off path. Let me go ahead and finish this class. Uh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Tiffany said you have been humble since birth, gentle soul, full of love. Thank you so much. Thank you. I get that to my upbringing. I tell people I am so grateful that I had a penthouse. Listen, I lived in a penthouse, but I spent my summers in Cleveland on 116th, and I am so grateful that my mother allowed me to experience that. I experienced the best of both worlds, and that's why I feel like I can walk in any room and I can be me. And my mother, listen, and my mother allowed me to be myself. I tell people that my mother allowed me to be myself. Um, so first of all, somebody help this person in the comments real quick. I appreciate y'all. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and finish this because I do have a phone call. Listen, heart centered gratitude. Now I got to go back to the class. Heart centered gratitude meditation isn't just a feel good practice, right? It is a tool that allows you to connect more deeply with yourself, shift your focus from your mind to your heart, and experience the world through the lens of abundance. When you're able to take time to create a powerful space, connect with your heart, visualize gratitude as a growing light, and affirm that gratitude, right? I want you to what? Create a powerful space. We talked about that. Connect with your heart, visualize gratitude as a growing light, and affirm that gratitude. All right. So you are transforming your inner landscape. You are building a habit of being grateful, not just for the big things, but for the small things and just everyday blessings. Okay. Now, gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to abundance. And heart centered meditation is one of the most powerful ways to open that door. So I encourage you to take this practice with you. Start small. Begin with just a few minutes a day and watch how your perspective, your heart opens, and see how your life becomes more abundant, more joyful, and more connected. And with that being said, I want to thank you all for joining me for my month 4, day 3. We will have another free class tomorrow. So, guys, we have 2 more free classes left out of for the first free week. And our first private group coaching will be Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's up, Ashley? What's up? Our first private coaching again. This class is still listed as half off. If you are watching on YouTube or Facebook, I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the comments. Yeah, thank you, Mom. Yeah, gratitude is amazing. I forgot to put it at the end. You guys can go to This Is, and you can actually find this on my homepage. Go to thisiscme.com and you can find it on my homepage. If you just scroll down Mindset 365, there is a digital workbook that you can download after purchasing the class or signing up for the class. And then we also have an actual workbook on Amazon. So again, one of my moderators or somebody send me a text and remind me to send out some emails, start sending out countdown emails to everybody, letting them know to sign up for class. You have until Tuesday morning to sign up for the class. So if somebody can send me an email reminder right now and say, hey, coach, build some countdown emails. I'll do that when I get to work. I will see you guys later on this evening. We will be live. We are still doing the free manifestation plans with any purchase over $27. So if you sign up for the class, you are eligible for a manifestation plan. And the line is not long. I think I have maybe 4 people to call tonight. So come on and do what you do. And big shut up, Ashley. Leave my mama alone. He said my mama be on Facebook trolling and is the best at it. Listen, I want to thank you guys for joining me. Make sure y'all go check out thisiscme.com. If you don't do nothing else, go ahead and sign up for the emails. And yeah, y'all have an amazing day. I got a call in 2 minutes. Thank you for allowing me to share with you guys. I love you because you love me back. And if another one of y'all ask me about getting a CME jacket, I'ma lose it.